Trading is closed on the 1st of May, 2023. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and make some predictions. This is my trading plan for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, May the 2nd, 2023. Please remember I can be completely wrong, and any trade you make should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early high, which is this, and tomorrow should have the early low. The ideal situation we set for the bears was to gap down, which we did, hit a new recovery near 41.86. The high was 41.86.92, and then drop under the morning low, which we did. And we said if that happens, we could be in free fall Tuesday morning. Well, we did all that, but what we also did was to close over all these intraday lows. Let's look at that. Here's the MEJT patterns. We had a buy signal plus an ultimate buy signal in the morning, and they worked. Now it says this drop is false. Gives us a target of 41.84 cash. Now, if there is a major change in trend here, and this really hit the target right in our target area, MEJT will almost always leave a failed target. So really we have just about everything we need for a top here, including the failed target, so I wouldn't like to see that print. The one fly in the ointment is, with about 20 minutes left to trade, we were under all the day's intraday lows. And by the close, we recovered 4 separate intraday lows. Here, 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 here. I mean, at this point, if we'd kept on falling, it would have been a pretty clear picture to me that if it weren't recovered promptly, we just keep on dropping. But here was a big opportunity, and so far at least, it hasn't panned out. Now, I don't know where we're going to open tomorrow. We gap and promptly undercut this low. I think everything's in place for a top. But until we close under some lows of significance, there's always a chance something else is going on. Just because one number works, 41.86, doesn't mean some other numbers won't. Now here was our target for a long time. Ever since this drop, we said we were going to return to this trend line. And we stopped right at that trend line, and that's resistance. And so far resistance is held, but as long as you're still in this uptrend and haven't reversed it, even with this bearish candlestick today, it's a good candidate for a high. I'd like to see the high hold. Everything fits if we continue down, but it hasn't happened yet. I think it will, but until it happens, there's always a chance we could go higher. Well, tomorrow's pattern has the early low. It could gap up. Typically, it's a bullish day with a high in the final hour. If it's weak instead, more weakness tends to follow. Now, resistance at our target, 41.86, has held. We hit a new recovery high, but closed in the red. I can't spell closed, I guess. Okay, we fixed that. Now, all that's negative. But however, after we undercut the early low, we closed over multiple intraday lows, and that's positive. Now, if we gap and promptly undercut today's low tomorrow, then the elements are present for a big drop. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, it just means the high should be in. However, if we don't drop significantly in the early trade, nothing prevents us from dilly-dallying around until after Wednesday's FOMC announcement. People are then naturally reluctant to make a major commitment right when this announcement's coming out, and it's at least possible we just go nowhere until this announcement comes out. Now, ideally, today's high should hold and the higher MEJT target from today not print, since the system nearly always leaves a failed target or major changes in trend. However, until some meaningful lows fall on a closing basis, there's always the possibility something else is going on. We've got almost everything we need to call a top here. We could have had it if we dropped instead of recovered at the end. But the late recovery means that we might not be quite ready to start a collapse yet, even though I think there's a good chance this high holds. whenever you try to pick tops, you always have to protect yourself. And until we really turn around, even though this looks good so far, it pays to keep some of your powder dry. Tomorrow has a yearly low. There's a higher target. I'm hoping it won't print. I'm hoping we just keep on dropping. But I wouldn't be surprised if we just dilly-dally first. And if we take this out significantly, then maybe something else is going on. And that's today's call.